an Ironic Media production. Visit us at ironickmedia.com.
You're crazy, man. You're a loser. Playoffs?
It's the Mark and Lowell Show.
The Mark and who?
Starring the meteorologist who does it for the viewers.
Smoke!
Lowell Melser.
Can you get out of here?
And the man who rides the coattails of his friends and family. Mark Ronick.
Hey guys, it's enough with the amplifier.
And now, here they are. Radio's equivalent of a dial-up connection.
Hello, boys.
Mark and Lowell.
Welcome back to the Mark and Lowell Show, and
You almost did the. I could feel it.
I know it is so habit. You know it's going to come back at some point.
Yes.
Well, I am here, as you can tell, with my good friend and co-host Lowell Melser. Hello, Lowell.
Hello. We're back, baby.
We're back. See, everybody, we are actually being consistent. We are coming out with new episodes every Tuesday, so you're welcome.
Yes, we're sticking to a schedule. We got a plan in place, and it is working.
It's working, baby. So today on the show, actually, Jonah is back. A lot of you who are old listeners know Jonah really well, and everybody can expect to hear a lot more of Jonah in the future here on the Mark and Lowell Show reboot. So this is where Jonah joins us because we were actually going to record for his podcast first and ran out of time very quickly.
It was amazing how fast he ran out of time to be on our show, but for his show, we had to spend hours. But for us, hey, guys, I gotta go. Gotta run.
Yep, it's Sunday. I got a meeting. Gotta go. Bye.
And one thing about this episode that I thought was interesting is we discussed some camp stuff, which I think in this new season of Mark and Lowell, I don't know if we've talked much camp yet, but this was our first chance to talk a little bit of camp in the form of dreams.
Yes.
So that was an interesting conversation that we had.
I know this because, well, at least from the adults that I speak to, a lot of adults seem to have dreams about their actual present self in the past.
Right, correct.
And so we were all talking about that we have all had dreams of being back at camp as we are today, and it was always just weird and strange. I don't want to give anything away,
right.
So keep listening to that. I'm sure you can relate to it. Lowell, we also talked about a recent experience of you getting pulled over.
Yeah, those are always good stories on the Mark and Lowell Show for sure. And this one had an interesting twist to it, so I'll leave it at that. But it's a good story.
Yes, so stick around for a lot more of the Mark and Lowell Show.
Resistance is futile. It's the Mark and Lowell Show.
You want to do this since you only have 10 minutes or so?
I have 8 minutes, champ.
He's only got 8 minutes.
Well, maybe next time you don't talk to Amy in the kitchen. Mm-hmm.
I was just trying to be nice. I haven't seen Amy in a year. I wanted to say hello.
Well, your arms are looking ripped. You've been lifting?
I started doing CrossFit 3 months ago. Yeah, I've lost 12 pounds.
You look good, bud.
Thanks, man. I went from like 217 to like 205.
Nice.
So I'm trying to get to 200 and then I'll be... But I'm going to keep doing it.
200 is the dream. I agree.
Yeah.
I've been to 202 and it was the best I had ever felt.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least for me, my goal was to have my pants fit again. All my pants were like tight, like so tight, gut hanging over tight. And I'm like, I'm not buying 38s. I'm going to get back into these like...
Oh, you're 36ing?
Yeah, I'm 36ing, man.
Nice.
So,
I won't say what I am.
I know,
now.
you're like a 28.
don't,
Mark's like
you
26.
twig.
He's like anorexic. Just came out of the concentration camp.
Like a 14-year-old child.
Right. So like I'm like like my 36 is like I need a belt. So I'm probably like 34-ish, 34, 35-ish now. So and I was like at 38. So somebody told me to do CrossFit and I gave it a try and they're like super great. So I do the CrossFit 3 times a week and it's like
at the gym.
Changed it. Yeah, it's like a CrossFit warehouse. Yeah.
I've been to a warehouse. I know. My friend runs a warehouse, a CrossFit gym in Vermont, and it's crazy, but it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's not cultish at all. Like it's just it's
just people are passionate.
Yeah, it's just people if cheering you on and making you feel good about getting your goal in the workout is cultish, then I'm in a cult. But like,
if cheering you on and selling some over-the-counter products at a reasonable price in quantity is cultish, then so be it.
Right.
I actually made fun of my friend because I'm like, no, I get this whole CrossFit thing, and we filmed a fake advertisement for her gym.
Yeah.
And I was like, you guys make a workout out of everything. And I was just grabbing like office products, like scissors and scissors and scissors. Let's cut and get a tissue, pull a tissue. Yeah, it's like, that's CrossFit. We don't need no equipment.
Nothing.
CrossFit,
get out. It's definitely helped me, and I have like a lot more energy, which I need with the 2 kids, man.
Oh, brother.
Brutal.
Yeah, I guess Jonah can somewhat relate these days, I guess.
Yeah.
Somewhat relate.
Just imagine it double. That's the thing. It's like,
well, we're trying. We pulled some goal.
Oh, you're going for number 2, huh? Yeah.
Going for 2, but
we're live.
Yeah.
And we're live. That's all right. Hey, there's nothing to hide from the Mandel fans.
Well, that's good. Congrats.
We've decided to name it Lowell.
Thank you. Oh, man,
Berger.
I just feel bad for you having to be in that infant thing again.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Like, I'm less afraid. I mean, 2 is no joke. I have no idea what it would be like to take care of 2 kids, but I'm less afraid than I was the first time, because now I'm like, yeah, it sucks. It's hard. It's miserable. I'm exhausted, but I also loved it. I've been loving every bit of it.
It's the same sort of thing. You're nervous about having the second one, and then it comes, and you're in it. Get running.
Yeah, running.
Yeah. So tear it
Dudes,
out.
I got to say, with my last 3 minutes of time with you,
yes,
that I have had more Ramblewood dreams in the last 6 months than I've had in the last 16 years.
Can I ask you something about your Ramblewood dreams? Because I want you to because I have them as well. They start out, hey, we're back at camp. Yes. And then halfway through, I'm like, wait, what the fuck? I'm like, I have a job. I got shit to do. I got kids. What am I doing here? I can't be here. Like, my mind starts, I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, where's Allie? She's not here. And like, I'm like, wait a minute. This doesn't, and then it like gets all ruined for me. But like, it starts out great.
Mine are the same every time. We're getting camp back together, but we're all who we are now. Like, I'm older. I'm still who I am.
Right.
But I'm like, camp, man. And it's all the campers are back and all the counselors are back. Usually it's some other people from my life that have no tie to camp.
Right.
And then like, it's never halfway through that reality kicks in. It's that something is going wrong and I can't fix it in camp.
Yes, I have that too. Sometimes I have
challenge.
Sometimes I have like, I've had a dream where there's like a murderer on campus or on the campgrounds.
Oh, that's something like that.
We're all adults and we're getting chased and like we're under attack.
Well, I think the theme the theme here is we all go into it the same way and then something unfolds in the middle of it.
But I'm telling you, brothers, I'm having Ramblewood dreams almost weekly.
Wow.
Interesting.
I'm like back at camp and every time it's the same thing. I feel like it's the first time I've had the dream and I'm like, let's go over to Girls Hill. Let's go up to the White House. Like, so excited to be there. And it never is murder with me. We need to talk, Mark.
Yeah.
But there's always like something that makes it not ideal.
That's what happens to me. And then it kind of starts snowballing for me. And then it's like,
so
oh
weird.
Man, this isn't like camp. What are we doing here? This isn't. And then I actually like kind of panic in a way because I'm like, I can't spend another 6 weeks here and not go home.
Yeah.
I have 2 kids and a wife. I can't spend 6 weeks here. And then it's all ruined. It just goes downhill from there.
So the theme here, if you can read between the lines, if it weren't for our families that we love dearly, man, we could be in camp all the time.
Well, maybe it's time for another reunion, huh? Maybe we can get a COVID discount from
from the
Dream Maker.
COVID discount. I'm going to give you guys $50 off.
Right, and you can come the second week of February.
That is so true.
No
second
heaters.
Week of February, Tuesday to Thursday.
Yeah, no
Tuesday
heaters.
To Thursday. Yeah. $50 off.
Right.
Final deal.
Jonah, it's 10:50. You got to go?
Yeah, I so got to go.
Yeah.
Not 10 more minutes?
Every year there's the board meeting for the CMTA where the team has to present to the board how we lived up to our goals for the past year. And it is a 5-hour board meeting. Our board meeting.
How does CMT make money now that they don't have the telethon? Was that a big hit, or has that not been as big of a
No,
hit?
the telethon is more MDA. We're CMT.
Yeah, CMT. Okay.
CMT
Yeah.
has its own groove, man. We've got amazing supporters. Last year we had a better year than we did the year before. Like
that's
the first
great.
full year of COVID.
Yeah.
We actually did great last year. So we've got good people.
All right. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Love you, brothers.
Love you.
Love you.
All right, brothers.
All right,
All
man.
right. Good seeing you,
Good
man.
having you.
Yep. Peace out.
All right, see ya. Since we were just talking about CrossFit, you told me that you had an experience just the other day going to CrossFit.
Oh, yeah. God. All right. So some backstory.
Okay.
It's a 4-lane road that I have to drive on to get to this. All right. So traffic is 2 lanes in one direction, 2 lanes in the other direction. I noticed one day when I was driving there that a school bus had stopped on the other side of the road, but it was one of those things where the yellow lights started going on before the red lights, and
On the
school bus.
school bus, okay.
On the other side of this 4-lane highway.
Okay.
And I couldn't stop. It was just
Right, it just
I was
happened all
going like
simultaneously.
45 miles an hour, and it was like I was approaching it, so I went past it, and then the red lights came on, and I was like, oh man, I feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
But it happened so quickly. It was like just one of those
Yeah.
things. So yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
or this would be Friday, the 12th.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when you're going to release.
Yeah.
You'll release it in a year.
Yeah.
I was driving. I was just minding my own business. I was going the speed limit. And then I see this cop fly up behind me with his lights on. And I'm like, oh, I better get out of the way. He must need to
Right,
get somebody.
right.
And no.
Did you really think that? Or do you?
Yes.
Yeah. Because
'Cause I
the
wasn't
moment a cop
speeding.
pulls up behind me, I'm like, oh shit, what did I do?
Yeah, I wasn't speeding, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, he must need to go somewhere to." So I pull over to have him pass me, and no, he's
following you.
me.
He's
And I'm
on
like,
your ass.
I'm like, are you kidding me? What did I do? I'm like, I don't have an expired tag. I don't have the.
Right.
And he comes up and he goes, "Sir, do you know I'm stopping you?" I'm like, "No." I was like, "I'm not speeding. I don't know." And he's like, "You didn't see that school bus back there?"
Mm.
And I'm like, fuck no, I didn't see a school bus back there. Mark, on my life,
Yeah.
on my children,
Yeah.
I did not see anything.
Okay.
I was
So the school bus thing story that you told me was from like a previous time.
yeah, it was like from several weeks ago.
Okay.
And
okay.
so, I mean, I knew what he was talking about, like the possibility of like there being
Sure.
a school bus, but I was like, bro, there was no school bus. I didn't see anything. And so then he was telling me that it was, and this is where it's fucked up because I don't even know how I would even see it or stop. He was like, it was on one of the side streets off of the 4-lane road. Yeah. I wasn't going to argue with the
you
guy.
can't. You
I just
can't.
was extremely apologetic. And I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I'm like, officer, I have 2 kids. I would never pass a school bus ever. I was like,
and he didn't recognize it's Lowell Melser from WBAL?
we'll get to that in a minute.
Oh, okay.
I never pull out that card because that will
Right.
surely backfire.
Yeah, it could.
I act like I'm a normal person.
Right, but not the famed celebrity that you are.
Right.
Yes.
And so then, and my adrenaline was going because I was like so upset about it. Like I could see when I was handing him my license that like my hand
shaky
was shaking,
a little. Yeah. Oh,
a
yeah.
little bit of the shakes.
Oh boy.
Yeah, like because I was like, I cannot believe it. Because
Yeah.
also I was thinking in my mind, if this guy gives me this ticket, it's like a $600
Yeah.
3-point ticket.
I
Like
know.
it's bad.
It's
like,
a bad one.
You got to go to court and try and get that
Yes.
knocked down if you go. You know, I just started snowballing in my mind
Yeah.
about where this was all going and I felt so awful about it. I said, there is no way I would always stop for a school bus. Never, ever,
Right.
ever. Like I was,
Right. That's
I was
not
mad
one of
at
those
myself.
things.
I'm like,
Yeah.
how did you not see that? How did you not see it? I'm like, I don't understand. So he goes back and he took a good 15 minutes to come back to the car. And I was like, oh, I'm definitely busted.
Wow. And I hate that. Why can't they just?
Yeah.
Why do
Well,
they
it's
have
all
to take so
computerized.
long?
It's all computerized now. And they just print out tickets. It's not like they're writing
right,
tickets anymore.
Right.
So anyway, then he comes back and he goes, Mr. Melser, I'm going to issue you a warning
Wow.
this time.
Wow.
But he's like, just know it's a $572 fine and 3 points on your license. And I said, sir, thank you for opening my eyes. I was like, I'm not feeding you. I said, I'm not feeding you a line of bullshit. You really have opened my eyes, and I will promise you, I will always look out and never have this happen again.
Yeah.
And he was like looking at me like I was fucking nuts.
Really?
Like, yeah. Like he was just like,
Because of that whole speech?
yeah. Like he's like, I'm feeding him a line of bullshit.
Yeah.
But I really wasn't. Like
Right.
I really was
Right.
being honest.
Yeah.
I was being honest. Like that was my way of just being really appreciative for him giving me
Yeah.
a warning. And then I ended up being late like 15 minutes to class. And what's funny is the class I'm in, it's mostly law enforcement and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, when I was late,
So
I was
you're
like, yeah, I
telling
got
them.
pulled over and da-da-da. And they're
Yeah.
like, what'd you get pulled over for? And I was like, explaining. They're like, oh, that's weird. I can't believe they would pull you over for that. And I'm like, yeah, well, they did.
Yeah. What is
So-
that about? I've never heard of that.
Well, I'm going to be eyes wide open from now on driving to the gym.
Sometimes I feel like on occasion when anyone gets pulled over, sometimes I feel like they're just pulling you over.
Sometimes. I don't know. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, do
Like
they
I
think-
got pulled over at my old job on my way to work, and the cop pulled me over for speeding.
Right.
And I know, first of all, I know the cops hang out on this route because I do it. I was doing it every day.
Right.
Right. So I knew where they would be. And I also know there are several cameras set up
Sure.
along the way, too. So I know those. And so I know where I am and I know what the speed limits are on that route. And I knew I wasn't speeding, but he pulled me over and he's like, do you know what I pulled you over for? I said, I have no idea. You were speeding. You were going whatever in a whatever. And I'm just like, really? I'm like, well, isn't just back there the speed limit changed to 35?
Yeah.
And he's like, nope, it didn't. I'm just like, all right, because you can't argue.
No, you can't. You
But I
can't.
know I wasn't speeding.
Right. That's the frustrating thing. Or like you're going 10 miles over, where what's funny is you get pulled for getting 10 miles over the speed limit, whereas the speed cameras give you 12 miles over.
Yes.
I don't know if they're still pulling people over for going 10 over or
Yeah.
what it is.
I
but
think it depends.
Did you get a warning or did you get a
No, he
ticket?
gave me a ticket, and then I fought it. I went to court, and he didn't show up.
Right. That's the
Yeah.
thing. You gotta run that gamble.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. And then that makes me think it's like, oh, I wonder if he didn't show up because he knows he was full of shit. But he'd be able to prove whatever he wanted to prove, I feel like.
I was
don't know.
wondering these days, with all the
And by the
short-
way, love the cops. This is just that instance that
it's
I didn't
I
like that cop.
fully respect the cops.
Yeah.
But I wonder in this day of like shortages and things like that, if it's really worth it to try and go to court, because maybe they would have to work a shift rather than go to court.
Were they doing like Zoom for a while, courts and stuff?
They were doing Zoom court.
Yeah, I thought I heard that. Yeah.
Yep.
It's crazy.
I was thanking the gods because that would just have been a real pain. Because then I started thinking, oh, and then my insurance is going to go up. And then I have the stigma of running a school bus on my record. And I'm like, I'm not that guy. I'm not
Right.
I'm not the lights on moving out of traffic to pass the school bus guy. I'm not
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I honestly, for anything I can swear on,
Right.
did not see a school bus at all. And now I know why, because it was on the side street off of the
Was it on the
road.
side street closest to your lane?
No, it was on the far
That's
lane.
so weird.
I was going westbound. It was in the eastbound lanes, like on the side off in one of the caddy cornered on there. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, obviously maybe he realized too that it was,
Yeah, well, you said we'll get to that later when I said he didn't know it was Lowell Meltzer.
No. I mean, I could tell.
You felt like maybe he was vibing.
I've been doing this. I've been in
Yeah.
the game 19 years. I can tell when
Yeah.
people like
Right.
know who I am but don't want to say anything. There's like there's a body language.
Right.
Then if he probably thought I was off my fucking rocker when I was giving him the
Giving them the thank you.
yes,
I'm
almost
so sorry.
almost in tears. Yeah.
Resistance is futile. It's the Mark and Lowell Show.
I'm still shaking my head over the whole murder stuff. I just don't get where that is coming from and how that even plays into the whole camp thing to begin with.
I don't understand camp. In reality, it's my fantasy place. It's like my happy place.
Yeah.
And yet I dream about it, and it's a horror movie.
I don't get that. But hey, to each their own. I thought I was crazy with me feeling like I was myself now
Yeah.
in my 18 and 19-year-old days and thought
Right.
that was weird. But you took the cake for sure, my friend.
Thank you.
So now I want to throw this out to the listeners, though, Mark.
Okay.
Tell us about it. A dream that you've had where you're yourself now, but you're being placed in a situation when you were much younger. Or, I guess in your case, you're in a situation that is supposed to be a nice, fun place, but turns terribly wrong.
Here's a great example, because I know this is a common one, and I'm sure we'll see it even though I'm sharing it anyway. A lot of people as adults dream about being back in college and having missed either an exam or an entire semester of school.
Yes, correct.
And
yes.
that's like this reoccurring dream. So those are the types of things we want to hear about. Go to our Facebook page, our Instagram. We want to hear from you. What were those reoccurring dreams that you often had? And if you don't know where exactly to go, just go to markandlowell.com and you can find all of our social media information over there. So we'll see you next time on The Mark and Lowell Show.
Yeah, The Mark and Lowell Show. Bye-bye. Yeah.
Every morning, dude, I've been thinking that.
Recording in
consciously.
progress.
Literally every morning, I'm like, "Good morning, Meg.
Are you?
How's it going?"
Were you like, no.
No.
Have you seen how fucked up Randy Travis is, man?
No.
He had like a
stroke.
massive stroke.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, it's really bad. It's really bad. He can't even, like, talk.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, barely.
Oh, that sucks.
But like all the young artists now are bringing him on stage and singing his songs to him. It's kind of
Right.
nice.
Yeah.
It's what people will do for me someday.
No.
I don't know if this video is working. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Why? What does it look like?
It's just like not flowing. It's just like kind of really extra choppy.
And you're hardwired, but see, like on my screen, it looks great.
No, it does on my Zoom. It looks great. I think it's a Facebook thing.
Oh, Facebook's shitting the bed.
We
there?
are live on Facebook.
And nobody's watching.
We had
Like
a couple
one-
people on right now.
Well, who would watch us? I mean, come on.
2 watchers.
Okay.
Oh.
So until next time, I'm Mark Ronick. I don't know how to
Yeah,
end
how did we
anymore
end?
either.
Yeah, we'll see you next. Yeah, we'll see you next time.
yeah.
We'll,
So we'll see you next.
It's sad. We'll see. We'll see you.
All right, I got to do a real take just
Yeah,
in case.
you can play that in the you
I
can
know.
play all this. Yeah,
We can play this in the egg.
in the end. Yeah.